Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Heavy Metal Music Theory. We have a banger for you today. We're going to be doing the song Burden by the mighty Opeth. Alright, now I don't know if you guys know who Opeth is. If you do, you're going to love this. If you don't, you should stop right now and go look up Opeth Burden. Okay, just to get familiar with the song. It is a friggin' masterpiece, top to bottom, lyrically, vocally, harmonically. For a death metal band to put something out this peaceful and beautiful and eloquent is absolutely amazing. One of the best songs ever written, in my opinion. Anyway, enough about that. Let's get into the harmonic analysis, shall we? So, I kind of look at this song as being loosely in two keys, and I'm going to put all this information up as I go. We're going to start off in the key of A minor, okay? The chord structure is as follows. A minor, the 1 chord. The next chord is D minor, okay, which would be the 4 chord in A minor. The next chord is the G major chord, which acts as the 7 chord in A minor. The chord after that, we borrow from the G minor scale. We're doing the parallel minor chord. So we're going from the G major to the G minor. It's a parallel movement. Both chords start with G. Just think of it as a change in mood or a change in color, okay? From there we're going to the C chord, which is the 3 chord in A minor. And then we finally end on the D major chord, okay, which is the 4 chord borrowed from the parallel major A major. So what I mean by that is this whole passage is loosely rooted in A minor, but the last chord is actually the 1 chord of A major, which is the parallel of A minor. So A minor and A major are parallels. We're ending the passage on that A minor, which kind of doubles as we approach the next section as a 5 chord, okay? This is the pivot point in the progression because the chord after that A major is a D minor. So it's kind of like an A major to D minor is a 5-1, all right? Continuing on, we'll just kind of assume that we're loosely now in D minor. The next chord is C major, which is the 7 chord in D minor, followed by G major, which is borrowed from the key of D major, which is the parallel of D minor. Okay, so we're borrowing chords from parallel keys, keeping things in the family, so to speak. The next chord is the B flat major, which is the 6 chord in D minor, followed by another C chord, which is the 7, followed by the first official dominant chord of the song, an A7, which is definitely the 5 of D minor, and we're then followed up with none other than D minor. We have 3 more chords. We have a borrowed G major from D minor, or D major again, which happened a few chords ago. So we're again borrowing a chord from the parallel major key, keeping it in the family. And then the B flat being the 6 again of D minor, and finally landing on the A, which is the 5 chord in D minor. So a lot of that was repetitive, a lot of the same chords from a lot of the same keys. But what I want you to take away most from this, 2 things. Number 1, the use of borrowed chords, meaning that if you're in a minor key, you can pull chords from that key's parallel major. So, like I said before, that G major chord that we talked about wasn't in the key of D minor, it's in the key of D major. D minor and D major are parallel keys. The other takeaway is that the 2 key choices here, being the key of A minor and the key of D minor, why would they choose those 2 keys to kind of work together? those two keys are what's called closely related keys. And they're closely related because they share the most common tones, all right? They're all natural notes in the A minor scale, and in the D minor scale, it's only a B flat amongst all the other natural notes. So they share the most common letter names, all right? That makes them, it basically allows them to get along a lot better than, say, other keys. Closely related. I also wanted to just quickly discuss, I didn't put this in yet, but the very beginning of Burden starts with piano. And it's one of the coolest little sections that I've ever heard. And the use of dissonance amongst consonants is one of those things that makes Opeth so special. They do this in a lot of songs. I'm going to put up the video in a minute. But I just wanted to discuss, there's two chord runs happening here. There's an A minor chord run on the piano where it goes A, C, E. And then it does a two-note interval. The two notes happen to clash a little bit, but it's done on purpose. And then the second time through, it changes the chord to the D minor chord, okay? And then it does the DFA of the D minor chord, and then it ends that phrase with another double note that happens to clash. So at the beginning of the song, they outline the two keys used, the A minor key and the D minor key. And they do the arpeggio of those chords, of the one chords of those keys, and they throw in that really dissonant, jarring half step that then resolves itself back to the note before the root note. So all in all, this, like I said before, this is one of the greatest songs ever written in my opinion, and I hope that my analysis made sense to you guys. Very interesting song to look at from a harmonic perspective. I really enjoyed this one. I hope you did as well. Please like, subscribe, leave comments, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you next time.